Hello everyone. I'm just waiting. Here we go. Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Dhyana from the Conscious Dance Festival. I am making a big experiment today because I am going live with Facebook and I am going live with Instagram. So let's cross fingers that this works out really good. Okay, so welcome to our weekly live interviews, 7 p.m. every Thursday. We meet here to talk about different consciousness approaches. So I invite different people with different techniques and approaches, then we start talking about them, because when we are in the event, we are experiencing the techniques or the approaches, but we're not really really diving into the understanding. We understand it by having the experience. So this is why we're having these live interviews here. So today I am going to interview myself. Let's see how that goes. So my name is Dhyana Vargas, and I teach Sufi Whirling. And in the upcoming online event, which is happening on the 18th of April, we're gonna have Sufi Whirling, and I'm gonna invite also some friends from Iran to play live music for this very short experience of Sufi Whirling. And I want to share with you a little bit about this, also how I ended up turning around and around. Sufi Whirling, it's for the people who have never got any contact to it. It's also known as from the Sufi dervishes. It comes originally from Turkey. It's an ancient technique. Its origins, it's said that Rumi, Mevlana Rumi, you might have heard about this person. He was also a poet, mystic. And it is said that he was walking around in the little town of Konya, which is in Turkey. And he was very sad because he was in grief. He lost a very important, good friend. And he was walking in the little village, and there were these people who work metal, and they were hitting the metal. And he heard this beat, and something inside of him started to tell him, whirl, and he started to dance. And he was whirling on the spot, and that experience made him connect with something way much deeper. Yeah, so he could also connect with the pain in a different way. This is one of the stories, of course. There are a lot of stories around how Rumi started with the whirling. So it's coming from Turkey, and it works. It has a lot also to do with music. So in the semas, which are the traditional ceremonies, they always have live music. Yeah, this is why I invite musicians to accompany me when I do the workshops. It is giving and receiving of energy. The musicians help us to go in the journey, and when we whirl, we give back. Just a little bit about how it looks like or what we do there, because many of you might not know. So whirling, as the name says it, is about turning, and we turn on one spot. Yeah. In the Sufi tradition, we turn towards the left side, which is the side of the heart. But I encourage the people to move in whatever direction feels right for them in that moment to experience that. The right hand is looking up and the left hand is looking down. Yes, down like this. It's difficult in Instagram to show it. Yeah. So one hand is receiving and the other hand is giving. And what we are receiving goes through our chest, and with the other hand, we're giving into this universe. Yeah. So it's a receiving and giving. And it is a meditation. It is an active meditation. We use movement to dive deep. And it's a centering technique. So whenever we are very scattered and we are with a lot of thoughts, whirling, it's a beautiful way to bring us in our center. It's a spiral. Yeah. So going more deep inside ourselves. It connects us also very much with the earth. Yeah. And it moves us in the vertical. So earth and sky. For those who have never seen it, the whirlers are wearing long skirts, mostly white skirts. There are about 9 meters of fabric, heavy. They are about 2-3 kilos, depending on the size. You can also get it in any other colors. I even saw them one time with what was it? Strawberries. Super sweet. Yeah. So in the moment we start turning and whirling, the skirt starts opening. Yeah. And it makes waves. There's a whole theory in the physics about this. Yeah. But I'm not going to go into those details right now. And you also can wear special shoes for whirling, which are made out of leather. So the sole is made out of leather, and this is going to help you to turn. But for the start, socks are just perfect. They work perfectly for this. Sufi whirling and everything that has to do with Sufism is connected with the heart. In the moment, as I said before, when we open our arms, when we're receiving and giving, yeah, it is here it's centered in our heart space. Yeah, the compassion space we all have, and it happens automatically when we are whirling, that we start connecting with the heart space. It's as if someone would kind of open a door inside the chest, and then all this love starts just overflowing. Yeah. And it happens. It's not that we're doing it. It is a happening. And also help us to come out of our minds. Yeah. I have experienced very often in the workshops and also myself that when we go back in our mind, when we whirl, things start happening. Yeah. We get dizzy. We think that we lose trust. We think that we're going to fall down or hit something or whatever. Yeah. And the moment we come back to ourselves, and the moment we come back to our bodies, then we are again centered. So it's an amazing technique to become aware of how the mind works, yeah, and how easy we go up there, and how we become aware of it and come back to the present moment, come back to what we're actually doing right in this moment. So April 18, we're going to have our next online edition. It's going to be the third one this time. And we're going to have a very short taste of Sufi whirling for you to experience it from your home. And you're very welcome to join us and try it out. Also, on June 25th till 29th, I have a special invitation for you to the first retreat edition here in Greece. I say here because I am right now here. And we're going to have 5 days. And there's going to be a lot of Sufi Whirling also happening as a morning class, for example. And then we're also going to have, same as we're going to have the traditional ceremony. About myself, and maybe also why I ended up doing this, because people sometimes ask me this. I remember watching a movie about the music in Istanbul, and there's this scene in this movie where Mercan Dede, which is a Turkish musician who combines traditional Turkish music with electronic beats, is playing in a concert, and you can see a Sufi whirler dervish turning and turning, but it's just from very far. And I remember I saw that image and I said, I want to do that. I love that. I don't know what it is, but it did something with me. It just blew my mind. And from there, I started, a whole journey started. I am a certified a facilitator for OSHO Meditations, and OSHO also included the Sufi Whirling in some of his meditations, like OSHO No Mind, and OSHO No Dimensions, and OSHO Whirling meditation. So I was already experiencing there. And then life took me to get to know Sufi master called Oruç Kubenç, who used to live in Istanbul. And he was doing amazing things. He was doing very long semas. He was experimenting with this. 3 days, 3 nights, non-stop, the space for whirling. And then he started to extend it to 7 days, 7 nights, 9 days, 9 nights. And there are some numbers that are important in Sufism. And the year where he left the body, which was 2018, if I'm not wrong, 2017, he created a 114 days and nights where people were in this energy full on 24 hours a day. There was live music, and the space was open for whoever wanted to jump in and whirl, and you would come in, come out, and it was this expansion and relaxation. Yeah, amazing experience. So yeah, I was very lucky that I experienced Oruç Kubenç in the body, and I could be in these long semas, which were magical spaces that they created. And for me, it's just a passion I share. I fell in love with Sufi whirling, and the more I do it, the deeper I go, and it's every time a new experience. It's like the way life is. We wake up in the morning and we wake up as a new person every time. And the same is when we meditate, the same is when we are doing Sufi whirling. It's a new experience, and it's a new discovery, and it's almost like a new layer of going deeper. And sometimes people ask me about getting dizzy or nausea, and I always answer, it's part of it. It's normal. Yeah, it's like when you go to a bar and you ask to the bartender, am I gonna get drunk if I drink this beer? You're definitely gonna have something. You're gonna experience something. So, but it's part of it. And the more we relax, the deeper we will be able to go. Also, because nausea and dizziness has a lot to do with control, and Sufi whirling is about losing control and letting go and surrender. The more you can surrender, the deeper you will be able to go. Yeah, and it's a dance with the existence. It's I give myself towards it. It's a very ceremonial, very respectful method where we show respect towards the musicians, we show respect towards existence, and we show respect to ourselves. That's how we start before we start whirling. Yeah, so that much I can tell you. As I am interviewing myself, it's a little bit tricky. If you guys have some questions out there, you can just put them here, type them. Otherwise, I would be very happy to see you on Sunday, April 18, 4 o'clock p.m. Berlin time. And it's going to be another magical experience. We have a beautiful program this time. Every time. I just love this. I just love to dance with you guys and to meditate and to keep watering this seed of consciousness that is so needed in our world right now. Great. So join us on April 18th and experience yourself. Have a short taste of Sufi Whirling. Bring your skirts, bring yourself, bring your love, and all your willingness to dive into yourself. I hope to see you soon, especially next Thursday, 7 p.m. here. And take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.